Okay, Algebra 2, this is a little more from 11.1. I'm going to go over what's called the ambiguous case here. When there's two possible solutions, they call that the ambiguous case, meaning something ambiguous is something that's vague. So it's one or the other. It could be both. So whenever they ask you to get the area or something, you have to find both possibilities and then use your area formula. Okay, I just want to show you number 14 because I want to show you what it looks like if there's no solution. Always draw a triangle. Do your A, B, and C. A is 31 degrees, this is 5, and B is 10. And we are looking for, we're looking to see if it has one solution, no solution. So, if you look at this, this is one of the ones that you would say something like 5 over the sine of 31 equals 10 over the sine of B. And when you do that, when you cross multiply and do 10 sine of 31 equals 5 sine of B, and then divide by 5, you get, let's do that calculation, 2 times the sine of 31, and you end up with 1.03. Well, the sine of B is 1.03. Well, it's greater than 1. You can't have a sine greater than 1. If you tried to do second sine, second answer to find out what the angle is, you would end up with a no solution on your calculator. So I just wanted to show you that, how you would get a no solution. Now 20 is one of those ambiguous cases I want to go over. So first, draw your triangle. You have two sides and an angle. So we would draw, let's see, you have A, which is 5. You have C, which is 46 degrees, and this is 4. And we are trying to find angle B, okay, and this is little b. So when we do this, we can go 4, we have a pair, 4 over the sine of C equals 5 over the sine of A. And the sine of C, well, C is 46 degrees, so we'll just put that in there. So we cross multiply, we have 5 times the sine of 46 equals 4 times the sine of A. So if we divide both sides by 4, we get the sine of A is, the sine of A is 8.99. So the sine of A is 0.899. Excuse what I say, as long as I write the correct thing. So how do I find the angle? Well, A would be, you'd go second sine. Remember, sine to the -1 is the arc sine, and you can plug in the sine to get the angle, and I get 64 degrees. Now, since it's an ambiguous case, since this could theoretically, B could theoretically be bigger or smaller, it could be two different cases. Hold on. No. Okay, so A could possibly be, here it is acute, you'll get the acute angle. To get the obtuse angle, so we'll call it A prime, you do 180 minus 64 to get the other angle it could possibly be. And so it could possibly be 116. So now B has two possibilities. So we can rewrite this problem and say 4 over the sine of 46 degrees equals B over the sine of 64, or that's, I'm sorry, it's A. To find B, we would have to find B and B prime. So 64 plus 46 is 100. Let me do my calculator so I don't make more mistakes. 64 plus 46 is 110. So the first B is 70 degrees. So now we can say sine of 70 to get our first possibility for B. Then we can do 116 plus 46 and subtract that from 180. You're going to get a small angle. And it's going to be 18 degrees. So we'll set up a second one. 4 over the sine of 46 equals B over the sine of 18. So when you get your first answer for A, then what you do is you subtract it from 180 to get your second possible angle for A, and then use those two. Now you can pretend it's two triangles, add this and C and subtract from 180 to get your first B, then use this one plus C and subtract from 180 to get your second one. Then in order to find your two possible B's, you will put it in the law of sines. So let's go ahead and see what our possible B's are. 4 times the sine of 70 divided by the sine of 46, and you get 5.23. So the first B is 5.23. I hope you can see it. B equals 5.23. And your second possible B is 4 times the sine of 18 divided by the sine of 46, and you get 1.72. So 1.72 is your second possible length for that. Oh, they want an angle B. Well, anyway, these were your two answers. I went ahead and got the two sides, so if you're asked for those, that's how you continue to get those answers.